Alright guys, welcome back to Man Time. We've got here a little Husqvarna 44 we're working on. I've got the degree wheel hooked up. I've got it centered up here at top dead center. I actually looked and went back through. I was thinking about the 020 AV or 20 AV steel with that 38mm piston. The Husqvarna 350 and the 031 have 44mm pistons. This one has a 42. I was getting a little like, how is this only 44 cc and the other ones are 50, 49-ish with a smaller, it just didn't make sense. So I looked all that up. I've got to, still got to get a carb kit for this, but let's see what's happening with the timing on this and try to make a decision here if we want to port it or not, or keep it stock. It's just kind of hard to tell. It's in really good shape, and with a, piston cylinder, kind of an antique like this, it's hard to make that decision when it's in as good a shape as it's in as far as like everything goes. But oh yeah, one thing, getting the clutch off of here was a real bear, and the oiler, I'm kind of looking at that like a calf looking at a new gate. I got all the screws out of it, but there's kind of like a holding plate there. It almost seems like it's pressed on to the crankshaft, holding that oiler on there, and it doesn't have like an oiler clutch deal where the I don't know. It just seems like the oiler's always going to be on. Maybe I'm wrong. Down there in the comments, let me know. But let's time it and just kind of see where we're at starting off. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, so to get it lined up here at top dead center, you're going to be a little off, so your view is going to be a little bit different than mine. But I'm getting like 43 and back up and around to 43 there. So we'll check it out from there. Probably going to have to step in front of the camera here for some of it. But alright, so we're going with the direction of the chain from top dead center, and then shining the light down the top of the cylinder here until we can see it coming out through the exhaust. Until it first starts to break through, which is right there, which is at, let's see, 79. Okay, so 79. If you go like 80 to bottom dead center and back up is 160, so we're at 158. And 158 is really good. I checked the squish already. The squish on it is 42 thousandths. So if I bring down the cylinder, it's actually going to open, let's see here, a little bit later. So it's going to be traveling further, so it's going to be less, but it's going to be more on intake. So on this one here, what I'm planning on doing, seeing that squish is at 42, is doing a base gasket delete. Yeah, so let's just, I should time it without that base gasket, shouldn't I? Yep, okay. Alright, so, let's see here. I had to take the jug off of there, take the base gasket out, and then this way I can get a good squish measurement. Okay, so we were at 42, so we'll start there. So now we might be coming more over closer to 45, 44, 46, yeah. $45, okay. So now we're dead on there. So let's see what changes. Now that I've lowered it, 20 thousandths or whatever. So, alright, going from top dead center to somewheres around here. First ray of light right there. So now we're at 76, 77. right around 77, where we were at 79. So just by lowering that, in order to get my speed back up, I'm going to have to raise the exhaust roof a little bit to get closer back to 160. But on the other hand, I could just leave it and not have as much high-end RPM, which may be something desirable. I don't know. Alright, so let's look at our blowdown. Looks like blowdown starts to open right there at 50, looks like 53. Yeah, 53, so 63, 73, 74, 70, so 22 degrees of blowdown. Why am I not writing this down? I don't know. Let's just start over and see if we get the same numbers. How about that? Exhaust opens right there. Let's see here, 76. So exhaust opens 76 degrees, which is going to equal to 152 duration, 140, 152, and then blowdown, let's double check that. And just barely cracking right there. Yeah. 51. So 51, 52, somewhere in there. We'll just call it 51. So actually that's kind of dead money where I want to be. 51, so 76 minus 51 equals 2, so let's see, 50, 60, 70, there's 20, and 1 of 6 is 5. So 25 degrees blowdown. That's good. Like that. Alright, now we can look at our intake and see where we're at there. So again, the way that the piston is going, it's going to go down to bottom dead center. It's coming up. It opens right there. Right at 70, so we're at 140 there. So 70 degrees is where it opens, and that would give us 140 duration. Okay. So do I want less blowdown in a 44cc saw? Do I want more intake in a 40cc saw? Again, this is one of those times where I really don't want to go to changing too many things at once. Yeah, right at 70, so we're dead on 140. Don't want to go changing too many things at once. I want a known, running saw before I start kind of making changes. If it has lower RPMs than I would like, then I might think about raising the exhaust roof. If it's kind of anemic, as far as like it doesn't seem like it's getting enough charge, I could lower the intake floor, but at this point I've got good blowdown with 25. I mean, that's right kind of where you want to be without that base gasket. And then by putting that motor seal on there, I'm going to gain a couple thousandths, and this one has plenty of sealing surface to do that, so I'm going to go ahead with that base gasket delete idea. Okay, let's see here. So, now the only problem that I've had so far, again, is the oil pump, right? I want to make sure when I'm doing this, like I've got everything where I want it to be, right? And right now I don't know if it's going to pump oil. But if I get it all back together and everything, I guess it's not too hard to get in here and then figure out how this comes off. If one of you guys comments and tells me, that'd be awesome. But either way, kind of are where we are there. Okay, let's see here. You know what else I was thinking about doing was doing a muffler mod. And it's got like holes inside of here with a screen as your anti-spark screen or whatever, I could just put another slit right here, which I'm thinking about doing, putting another slit right there and then fish mouthing another tab. So instead of having 2, I'll actually have 3, and that would actually look pretty factory on there if I do it, you know, nice. And so I'm thinking about doing that. But other than that, I think I'm just going to run it stock. I'm not too concerned with any sort of performance upgrades right now. So let's start there and go to putting it back together. Don't mind the birds there. They're just happy it is springtime. So am I. Okay, so this car was pretty gunked up. I am wondering what it's going to look like inside of here. I'm guessing bad, seeing as all the, you know, corrosion buildup on there. But it's like that, all varnished on the inside. But we shall see. Now, I tried to run into town and grab a carb kit for this. I believe it's the K10 HDC. But, in all my haste, because they closed in a half an hour, and it's almost that to get into town, I forgot my wallet. So I do not have a kit for this. And so we're gonna try as hard as we can here to not damage anything. Let's get this gasket off of here too, huh? This is gonna be a tight one. Ooh, it doesn't look bad though. Doesn't look bad at all. I think I can spray this out. Look at how clean that is. Take some brake clean. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, it's sticking down the middle here. But these flaps are all the way down there. I'm just going to spray this out and reassemble. This may run today. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there goes a flap. Ah, shoot. See the flap sticking up there? It was stuck down, but once it came unstuck, yeah. This is still nice and pliable. As long as I can get it to seat down. Oh, there's our problem. Right there. Just like every other one. Look at there. I had a video on carburetors the other day, and this is what I was showing right here. See, it's not even moving the needle up. See right there, the needle is just not, it's bouncing, but that's not actually opening. So we've got to pry this up. Now look. It's a little too much, just push it down. But let me see if I can find my metering tool. Alright, here is the outlawed Walbro metering tool, and if you've never used one of these, it's not too bad. You got different makes on the different sides here. So this is an HD, so I'm running around here looking for HD. Yeah, here you go, HDC, HDB, HDA, so it should be flush. Basically, that's what that's saying there. The flush side is going to go against that. And that is pretty darn close. Maybe just a hair high. But that's how you do that with the outlawed metering tool. There we go, right on. I had to order 3 of those now. Keep losing them. Yeah, that looks good there. That's why You want to set it with that because now it's popping open, but not like ridiculous too much. But eventually that'll happen again. Now this looks like one that might have some balls underneath of it, check valves. So be real careful if you're going to be working on this one. But that's working now. Okay. This doesn't look too bad. It's stiff, but maybe a little oil will loosen it up here. Alright, well, it happens. Happens to everybody. But sometimes you just gotta suck it up and realize that you made a critical mistake. Now, this saw was nice enough where it actually had this piece of plastic here that holds this wire and holds the debris from coming into the air filter. Now, it wouldn't run as good without this. And the only way to get that on there is to take the jug back off and start over. I had a set of pliers on here, and with a lot of grip strength, that just started peeling the metal versus actually loosening these two studs. You can't get it on over the studs. The physics just isn't there for it. I mean, it goes, there's just no way. No. Well, alright, let's give it, no. Nope, it's just not. Because you've got these running, you know, where this is going to go, but when it's down, it won't go like over and around this easily. So that's alright, we'll just start over. It's no big deal. Might as well get it before the Loctite sets up. That's too bad. Okay, well, here we go again. Brake clean. Oh yeah, much better. Alright, so brake clean is a much better cleaner. It actually breaks it up and makes it soft. Yeah, this is all part of it on one of these builds. I don't know if you can see, but these are all smashed and bent down kind of all the way back to, well, right about there. That's where the nut stop's going on. So let's see here. We got what looks like a M8 1.25, and it appeared to fit. Yeah, those first threads are good, but I just grabbed a set of pliers, run it on there, kind of give it a couple wiggles every now and then. This die is much harder than these pliers, so let's not marring that die up if I did actually want to use it in a T-handle style wrench. But you can see there's no way to do that here. You've got that right behind it. So yeah, it's been a couple hours on the setup for the moto seal. Now, I know I've got a problem with my fuel line because it's leaking. Yeah, this needs a new fuel line, like badly. I don't even know if I want to try to start it like that. All right, well, it looks like the leaking's only coming from the fuel line, but I really want to start this. I can't wait for the parts. Let's see if it goes here. It's got spark, it's got compression, it's got several hours setup time on the moto seal. nothing's really changed. Nothing's really wrong with it either, though. So, see how it does. Whoa. Weird. Jesus. It's got a lot of compression. Whew. Flooded it. Hard to say. Good first heat cycle. Okay, so second heat cycle, still leaking gas from the fuel line area, petcock. What I've learned so far, it doesn't like choke, it doesn't like half throttle, it just likes to be started at idle. I don't know. Whew. Rich. That's what it was. Let's turn it back a eighth of a turn or so. Yeah, not a huge fan of the carb on this one. Not yet. Alright, so it's not running right. If I can't get it to tune out on this third heat cycle, I'm just going to shut her down. I'm going to have to inspect all of the lower end. It's not running right. If it's this to me is a lower end vacuum leak. But try one more time. Yeah, it does not like any throttle. No, something's not right. I'm shutting it down. I'm going to have to go through this whole thing, take it all back apart. Sometimes that's just what you have to do, right? I mean, there was a lot of kind of intricate things going together. So some lesson learned, putting the carburetor on, and the intake plate, and the spacer, and the, you know, it's got gaskets in between each layer. It's pretty complicated. Yeah, I don't think I want to be carrying this in the field with me. I don't think I'm going to take it's worth the time to go through the bottom end on it. My 031, I do think it's worth the time, so that might be coming up on the channel here. If you guys want to see that, down below, if you'll hit a thumbs up. If not, we may just go back to working in the woods with what tools we have. So, alright, it's going to be it for today on Man Time, guys. Get out there, have you some man time too. Well, the end of one project doesn't mean the end. There's always more projects, right? So I've got this one. It's a another Husqvarna. This one's going to be the 261. So I was looking for another 61, but I got this, which is a completely different animal, or so I've heard. But I did some just kind of initial run through. I didn't pull the jug off. Maybe I did. I don't know. The carb was locked up solid. The choke was broke off. Throttle was stuck. Both sides of the carb just locked it. Anywho, let's try to fire it up here. It's running really weird, so I'm going to try to let you decide if you can figure out the problem. And then we'll probably fix it on the next video. I just lost both my bar nuts in the... Yep. Anywho, so yeah, it's got like a... it feels like a limited coil on there. But it could be the carb, I don't know. So I've got a carb kit coming for it. I've got a new coil coming for it. So we're going to try each one and see if those aren't the problems. Where'd those bar nuts go?